and we'll just see how quick we can get on it. Cool. Very nice. Thank you for sending those pictures, Wes. We really appreciate it. And as more and more of you start to get your printers, we're dying to see what you guys are making out of it. The truth of it is, we appear to have sucked all of our imagination out of our brains making the printer, and we can't come up with anything to print except for that darn square dome. So, Hutch has done a good job of coming up with some new shapes.
Oh yeah.
What do you got?
These are all the stuff that the manufacturing company brought over.
Really?
But, and he wanted me to share with you guys that yes, you can in fact print on the blue tape. And he's absolutely correct that you can. Now, please keep in mind that if you're going to be printing on the blue tape, two things you need to make sure of. Number one, you use only the tape that you get from 3M. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing is that 3M makes somewhat of a texture type of tape, and the texture on the bottom of it produces something that looks, up here, gives it somewhat of a matte finish, as you guys can see. So it's not a smooth surface. There you go. That's much better. It's not a smooth surface, but it is a matte finish. And those little pieces that you see right there, where those little bumps are, that's more. Actually, that's all the tape. That right there is nothing but the tape being the biggest issue when it comes to actually printing. So there were a couple other pieces and parts that he was printing off here and there for the framing block. He didn't like the one that we had, so he made his own, which is just fine by us. So, and he was experimenting with that. He also printed off one of these little guys as a calibration tool. So it's close. It's very, very close.
Did he use a fan with that?
No, he did not. But here again, because he used the blue tape on the bottom, had somewhat of a unusual texture on the bottom. So that's the reason why it's got that kind of a unusual matte finish on the bottom.
I like the Trevi Luck better.
So, but you see something that you'd like to print, go right on ahead and do so.
This is plenty strong.
Yeah, he was playing around also with the Gibbs, with some of the black material. So. Yeah,
plenty strong enough.
It's ABS. This is his black ABS that he still had left over from a couple of different types of experiments.
This is not the same Smart though.
It is not the same Smart that I know of. I don't think it is. Many manufacturing company, if you're on, please let us know if it is the same Smart or not. If it is, you may have the wrong settings for printing the black. So
interesting.
Yeah. Now the red, I believe, is the same Smart. So, but it came out that way because
that one's better. He printed this flat.
Well, he printed that guy flat, but he also added on these little coins on the outside edge in order to keep it from pulling up.
I don't think it's ABS.
It's not anything it's ABS?
No, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like it's PLA. Maybe it is ABS.
Okay.
Taste it and see. Yeah. They should make ABS cinnamon flavored and PLA tastes like lemon. Then you wouldn't get them confused.
Exactly.
I could probably patent that. It wouldn't be hard to put an aromatic benzene ring in here. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Fruit flavored plastic. I mean, fruit smelling plastic.
Fruit smelling plastic, yeah. So, everything else, guys, was just me printing up with just leftover stuff.
I guarantee you there's a Kickstarter with that idea this week.
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah. That or within the next couple of months, whoever's watching and lurking on our broadcast will probably shift that out to someone else out there where we could do it. But, yeah.
We should try printing this on our settings.
Versus his. So, but thank you very much, Charles.
Yep, thank you. Looking good.
For coming by and actually,
Giving us some good stuff here.
Oh, he says check our email. He's got some more pictures. Scratch and print.
Who sent them?
I'm in that manufacturing company.
Oh, Joe. Nice.
So, give me 1 second, Charles. Let me get it to our...
What did Jim say? Screws or bolts? What's he talking about? Might just need some tweaking.
I think he's talking about... Jim, if I'm not mistaken, I think you were talking about the Mark 1 extruder right around that time. So,
surface finish of the duck stud. Is he talking about the surface finish of what we just printed? Wow, Charles, looks like you've been working like a beaver here. What's that big plastic thing he's making?
I have no clue. I know, Charles, I should know. I'm sorry. My mind's a little bit...
It looks like a mold.
Oh, I know what that's for. That's, he wanted to have a holster on the side of his engine to hold the hairspray, which was a great idea.
Wow.
So, it wouldn't have to go anywhere else.
A hairspray holder.
Yep. And there's also a couple other ones there for tools, if I'm not mistaken, Charles.
You know, you could do what Hutch did. When he's really working hard, he uses the hairspray so much, he's made a little backpack like on Ghostbusters. It's kind of fun to watch him go to work. He warns everybody, we get out of the room, he just hoses everything inside.
But you never cross the streams.
No, never cross the streams. Not between Aquanet unscented and Aquanet scented.
Yes.
That can cause real problems.
So, give me a second to pull up those guys. So
Okay.
see
Yeah, let's show them.
So I gotta. It's gonna take just a second for us for me to download them. So. 'Cause otherwise,
Dakostad, I think you're going to find out that the texture of the Italian stuff is actually quite good. That what you saw on the texture here is the motorboating is what we call it, and that is the infill was going back and forth rapidly while the outside material was still hot, so it was causing it to get that texture. When I look at this and when it's going down, it's very, very smooth on the surface. So I think you're going to get a beautiful skin on a larger part, and we probably would want to put the blower up higher, plus change the amount of jittering that goes on during the fill. Using a regular G2, I'm 99% sure you would get a awesome, stellar surface finish on this. Matter of fact, I'm going to put that to the test this week because everything else I saw about this while it was printing was quite interesting. So.
Okay, Charles, hopefully this is going to come through. Hopefully everyone, this is going to come through, so just give me a second. And nice, there it goes, okay. So this is Charles and his machine on his HYREL engine. And he's printing off that little holster. As you guys can see right here, he's got the blue tape put down.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I see the metal clip there. I'm a little concerned.
he's using the metal clip because he's got a much larger piece of glass.
Yeah, it's no problem with the metal clip. The problem is that bare metal could be touching the bottom of the circuit board.
Yes.
So if you guys use some metal paper clip like this, which we do sometimes, make sure and put some Gorilla Tape over the jaws of it so that it does not short out the heater underneath.
Yep.
You could blow the 15 amp fuse without any trouble at all.
Mm-hmm.
Now there is, in theory, not much exposed place where you could cause that problem, but that's in theory. So we would prefer it if you didn't blow your fuse.
Wow, that's actually a very nice finish.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Wow.
So he's put in the. I love it, Charles.
You know what I thought that blue thing was? I thought that was a little umbrella from a daiquiri. It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, it does. It's kind of.
God, everyone's going to think I'm a drunk.
I like this though. Let's see, there's got the tweezers right there. He's got the Allen wrenches and it's a little tool holder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that, Charles. All right.
I guess he doesn't have dog ears on his. Yeah, he sure does. Oh, look at that. It actually fits underneath the dog ears and everything.
Yep.
Very, very nice.
Impressive.
Well, you get these two holes here. You can just plug in a little thing there and have a place to put your whole Bosco stuff.
Now, I don't know what this stuff is right here. What that stuff is.
That's him doing some custom wiring with the fan.
Okay. Oh, because he put the bigger fan. Yeah, you put the Quiet Storm down here.
Oh, where did you get that fan from? Did you buckle down?
No, I did not. I showed him this particular fan that you see right here.
Good.
And he found it online and bought it himself.
I'm a little curious how that affected the heat profile on the fusion chamber. That's why we have the little foot attached to ours, so we blow on the tip and the material, but not on the fusion chamber.
Yeah.
So, very many interesting things. That looks good. Every laptop should have one of those.
Yes.
Good. Good job. All right.
And oh, see, you know, look at that. It's on the inside part right here.
Yeah.
And here's right on top of the other part.
Archways are a
Very nice.
snap with this. It really is amazing.
Yep.
And
there you go. There's the piece we just showed earlier, guys, with the matte finish in the back side. This is his spool holder. So. it
I
works
want
really
to know why he has such lousy finish on his.
Yeah. It's I mean on the bottom side.
It should be much prettier than that.
Well, that's because it's the blue tape. Because here, you know what?
You know what? That's okay.
Let me go grab the blue tape so everyone knows what it is.
Well, that's what I get spoiled. I got the glass. It's beautiful coming off the glass. This
All right, guys.
this
Here
looks
we
like
go.
a bad teenager gone bad.
So
Those little crinkly dogs.
this is the Scotch Blue Painter's Tape Multi-Surface number 2090.
I know what it is.
So
When he pries off, I'll bet you he's dimpling the tape. See all these indentations here?
yeah.
So the prying mechanism is making bumps in the tape. Because this looks much smoother than that.
True, but I think at one time, don't get me wrong. At one point in time, we did print on this tape,
Yeah, of course we have.
and it worked.
And it looked fine.
Yeah.
But I couldn't figure out what all these moon rivers are, you know?
You know what? I think it could be. I think it could possibly be the fact that he's using hairspray as well on some of the prints as well.
I
on
think
top
when he
of the
pries it, he's digging into it.
Okay.
That's my guess. Hey, many things to find out.
Yep.
I love the adventure.
So thank you, Charles.
Yep.
Thank you very, very, very much. It's awesome.
Cool.
So it is printing, and that's a good thing. We got some questions here from Kevin Schumacher, and we'll get back to the chat in a second. Hey guys, no particular order. What's the status of the 3mm extruder head? Specifically the Mark I, which is going to be using 3mm.
Well, let me ask the answer all the questions.
Okay.
First off, the 3mm
Yep.
will probably be tested this week because while we were trying to figure out this problem, we actually ended up making a 3mm version of it to see if there was something going on. So I wouldn't be surprised if on the next broadcast we're printing some 3mm material. Who's next for shipping?
Great
Next
question.
is simple. Up on deck is still Jim Powers, and his unit's clear to go. We've got Les Wilhelm here to pick it up. We've got several System 30s.
I'll go through this, guys. All right.
You've
System
got-
30 wise, we have a total of 3 right now, which are in the other room. They're ready to be checked out for the final QC. Number 1 is Ken Rosinski. Number 2 is Les Wilhelm. And number 3 is David Gaipa. Okay?
That's right.
All right.
And those are
So-
going this week for sure.
Yes. Okay. That's the set. Yes, David.
For sure, David. I know you're on
Um,
vacation. We're trying to get it to you.
Jim, just so that you know for tonight, because this is what we were printing on tonight. There you go, sir. Yes, this one's yours. So, it's printing, it's working, it's beautiful.
Want me to give you the serial number on that one? We actually have serial numbers now, too.
Yes.
Things are catching up.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. You get the names on these?
Ryan Arendez,
Ryan.
Slidell,
Okay.
and Ron Russ.
Is that Ron?
Basically, you're
Okay.
yeah.
All right. That's these 3 here,
Yep.
and there are. That'll be as many as we get out in the next 5 days.
Yeah.
I'd love to tell you guys we're getting a lot more out, but that is a stretch in itself.
Yep.
Part of it is it's taking us forever to pack these, and with the new foam, it's better. But on the
Faster.
engines, they're taking still a lot of time because we're still hand making the foam packing.
Yep.
So the packing we got down, and we've ordered lots of sets, but they won't be like another 10 days before they come in. So we're using the ones we've got for the next 10 engines or so.
Mhm.
Anyway, so who has been shipped? John Richards, unit to Australia, to the University in
Okay,
Australia. Another unit was
Les
picked
Music.
up here in person by Tim.
Yep.
Okay. Les Music, which we showed you the samples on tonight.
Where Tim? Oh yes, it's Tim Newberry.
Yeah.
And then
And
Charles.
Charles
Yep.
and Daniel DeMonico.
Yep.
Okay. So we're getting there. It's not even 10 printers yet. You know, no, don't get all excited. Not even 10 printers yet. Next broadcast better be more than 10 printers,
Now,
or he's buying me 2 pieces.
I'm going to be bugging the living heck out of Delmonico because supposedly he's got a 100 micron and possibly a 25 micron print. So Delmonico, I'm putting the screws to you, man. You said in an email that you've done this with our machine. You got to bring him out.
Got to prove it.
That's right.
Well, actually, he's going to be here all week.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's good. Okay, so still making 5 systems to make? Yeah, in your dreams. We are barely squeaking out 1.5 systems a week at the moment, but ask us at the end of this week. I'm very optimistic. I always am, but in this case, I'm very optimistic we're going to exceed our previous performance. Things are getting so much smoother. You know, it's in a way it's great this isn't a daily reality show, because if it was, we'd have too many people like smacking us in the head going like, come on, man. But we still get that. But anyway, it'd be like watching the Three Stooges more than anything else. A lot of things about this phase of the project are just crossing the T's and dotting the I's. The design functions, we've had no mechanical problems, no electronic failures. We have had an assumption problem where we assumed that it was obvious. In this case, I messed up John Richardson several times, and I've apologized for that. It has enlightened me on changes I need to make in the software. It's a high priority for me.
And
He's been an incredibly patient person. You all have been, so thank you for that. As we talk today, he's in pretty good spirits because we've got him back on the plasticine and he's just playing with it a little bit more. And my goal is to get his head, because he sent me back his ABS head. We managed to destroy his head. That's why we're so cautious. I mean, if we push shipments faster, we're just going to have more people going, I got this problem, I got this problem. We're trying to avoid that. We're trying to make sure that as they get in your hands, they function. Less Music has been more the way we had dreamed, except for he's having a software glitch that we've known about, and it's a big bug. And we will be testing that over the next few days. That will not keep us from shipping this week, because the people that we ship over the next 5 days all are savvy users, and they will all receive a JTAG programmer so they can update the latest and greatest. Hopefully this all comes together, and this should be the time that it happens, and that means that after these next few units go, we won't need the JTAG programmer anymore. It will be programming with the correct knowledge and all that, and that's the way it is. So let's see what the
other questions you have up here. Have you tried any new materials? We just did the rubber tonight, and then another question was, well, yeah, we'll switch over here. Sorry.
So just to recap on printed materials, in case someone wants to know, we know we've done PLA, we know we've done ABS, we've done Talman, and we've done PET,
which is Talman, yeah.
Well, but it's two, Talman nylon and Talman PET.
Yeah.
And we've now done the rubber, and all those are extrudable materials.
Through the Mark 1.
Okay, through the Mark 1, with success, with full printing success, meaning you can do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, and that's kind of what you want. We still have a few glitches in the firmware. We think that those are ready to go. I'll verify that with a couple of guys this week. But the mechanical part of this thing and the electronic part is working great. There is a firmware / software where I have to make this thing more self-preserving, and I will do that. I'm in the middle of doing that right now. So you can't push the buttons in the wrong sequence and accidentally grind the plastic up, kind of thing. That's on me. I look forward to making a good solution to it. For the Emo 25, the list of materials that we printed has got to be more than 20 now. Anything that you can find in your kitchen, we've printed. Okay. I have not crushed a banana and tried, but you know what? I'm 99% sure I can print a banana. And you know it's true. That's why he's laughing right now.
I know.
So, it's the chocolate banana that we're really excited about.
Yep.
All right.
So, let's see, go to the very top. Let's see. Let's see. So, the manufacturing company, you are using lots of hairspray on the on there. Okay, good. So he's using that in conjunction with your blue tape. So,
Blue tape. I mean, you can tell there's a little bit of diversity here. Some people like printing on the glass. That would be me. Some people have found good stuff with basalt, and some people have found good results with printing directly on aluminum, and some people prefer to print on the blue tape. And that's one of the reasons why we're going to do parallel testing, where we do multiple different surfaces, different chemistries on there, and different materials at different temperatures, and find out, you know, what's what. This year is, I mean, the next year is going to be such an adventure in improvements. I mean, now we have a base machine to work with. You'll just see constant little tweaks, geometry changes, mixing, temperature profiling, velocity profiling, so many different things to do. And no, don't get excited, MakerBot, if you're watching this /Stratasys. You're not going to get to sue us over that. It's an age-old technique that we will be using. Nothing that's even remotely in the non-public domain.
Of course, you're welcome to patent it if you want. We just have prior art.
No, we don't.
Right.
This goes back 30 years. I mean, this is ancient stuff. For you guys that don't know, they spent money and flew a lawyer to look at our equipment at our last show. Very embarrassing. Not for us, but, you know, what can you say? Yeah. So, keep on coming. Not a problem.
Okay, Jivecore, can you send an email out with all the incidental items people need to buy? Carbon filter, tape, acid for a wash tank, etc.
Well, I think that's a good question.
Good question. Jivecore, I will send that out via a Kickstarter update, and I'll also update it on our website so everyone can get to it. Yeah.
We have a set of favorite tools we work with: tweezers, X-Acto knife, tape. Tape is tape and tape. The clips, and a piece of glass for us, and we actually include that pretty much. We don't include the envelope clip, but we include everything else on the little care package that we've been putting together. So if you don't get it, it's because we forgot it. You should be able to print right out of the box. And we're trying to get a test print that we like, that makes sense. So you'll know that when we've got our act together, because when you get your printer, it'll actually have something to print that makes sense. I don't know what, maybe two things that go together, or a dog and a cat, or something like that. You know.
Eagle 1J, what did you decide as serial numbers? We just went with a simple. If you got it in 2013 or 2012, no, I'm sorry, it was 2013. You got ENG for engine, SY or S30 for a system, and then we got just a regular serial number for each individual year. So you know exactly when it was actually created. So there you go.
Well, you know the year it was created.
Yeah.
It isn't a real time date stamp like some circuit boards or electronics where the week and would be called out as well. We're not that sophisticated yet. Although don't be surprised, that won't change. It probably in 2014 will change to include the week it was made, because I think we'll need far-reaching document support as time goes forward.
Close enough, Eagle 1J. Yeah. Just knock off the 2 zeros in front of the 13. So
Luckestad had a couple of good things. That's what we mentioned earlier, was his Pet Plus from Made Solid, and he says that it's strong, it's easy to use, it's got a great surface finish. It makes me want to just reach out. I checked on it tonight about ordering online. It is in the high $30 per pound, so that makes it about 250% more expensive than
your typical ABS.
Typical ABS, so it better be 250% better. But you know what? Some materials, like we get a precious metal clay, I don't even want to think about using precious metal gold. I mean, you might have to sell.
I know we could do it, but
we're gonna have to sell your house to pay for it. It's okay. You won't have to mow the lawn after we make the jewelry.
That's right.
So, but
you can move into the shop. It's fine.
Yeah. So there you go.
As you say, last week you talked about a different pitch, the hog shaft. How did that work out?
I like the coarser pitch right now. I think we're going to try it a few more days, and then I will dive in and do another 20 or 30 motors. We already have 20 or 30 motors that are hobbed up, so we wanted to test this out a little bit more. But the bigger pitch, the little bit coarser teeth, seem to penetrate better into the material, grip it better. So, yeah, you know, this isn't my idea. Someone had on YouTube shown how they had done two rollers pinching each other, and I thought that that was a natural progression and would love to be able to do that. We are in the middle of designing a counter-rotating roller so that it doesn't have to crush with an idler bearing. It will just literally grab the material as it goes through. And then we have another unique twist to that geometry to allow softer materials to be very positively fed. So I'm really looking forward to that, because this has been one of our biggest problems. I can see now where it's everybody's biggest problem. Material delivery, big time, no slippage, no stalling, big time criteria for good printing. And so, you know.
Next question comes from Jaipur. And what about SRF? I really need to be printing the first week in January.
You've got your system here. We just haven't got it onto the final test part of it. So, we'll push out these two here. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know for a fact that one of these was your unit.
Yeah. So just so you
can
kind of see.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. So there's 3 of them down there.
That's my head.
There's 3 of them down there. You see there's a bunch of the other guys right down here.
And
then this guy's the next one to be checked out. So there you go.
On the systems, I know one of these is Brian's.
Yeah. One of the engines is Brian's, yes.
No, one of the systems is too.
Oh, yeah, well, that's probably one of the 4.
Yeah, one of them's Brian's, one of them is SRF.
Yep.
I don't remember where the other 2 go this week, but...
Yeoman.
Yeoman?
Mm-hmm.
And is that the guy coming by to visit us?
No.
It's DB Nickerson. When is DB Nickerson's coming here on the 23rd, I think it is?
Yeah. So there you
please, I know you're online with us because I saw it earlier. DB, please email us and remind us that you're coming, like sometime this week, email us, just so we don't forget. And we just got so many things going on. Matter of fact, as soon as I get your email, I'm going to write it on the counter and make sure we are all in sync on that, so we don't disappoint anybody, and we're available for you. And looking forward to your dog and cats. Mm-hmm. My dog is already getting the poker chips out.
Let's see. Power Tuesday, double check that mine has the touchscreen enlarger. The Z-Rail, yes. Yes. Yours does in fact have the larger Z-Rail. Yep. And this guy right here. So, yes.
Wow.
Touchscreen.
Nice.
Touchscreen is working. So, there you go. Oops.
How many hours did you print on this machine this week? 10?
At least.
Okay.
At least 10 hours. I think I did. I think I did closer to 20 to between 20 and 30.
With this head?
With that head? Yeah.
All right, there you go. So it sounds to me like it's ready for you. And I apologize. You know, I would love to have told you that earlier today, but I needed Hutch to give me the feedback, and I didn't.
You didn't have it.
He was decompressing a little bit. He worked like a beaver. There's dams all over my neighborhood. Every stream he's managed to dam up while I was gone. Very good job. Anyway, we're just going to stay on a couple more minutes because I actually we're preparing for a 10 o'clock Skype call tonight. So if there's any more questions, we're okay. Great. DB, thanks for that that feedback on that. We're a sua disposizione. It's Italian for we're at your disposal. We just want to make sure we're coordinated so that we've got Thai food and the pizza ready to go when you show up. And by the way, the printer also.
Wow, that's just a 100 micron layer print. So the surface finish is fantastic. That's awesome.
Okay.
And uses the fan to 100%.
Yes, I'd like to go back into this one. Jim Bowen?
James Bowen, yeah.
Okay. That's a very good question he has there. He says, so at one time I thought the glass build platform would be key, so you could remove the glass. I don't think you're old enough. Those of us that are old enough remember the early days of circuit board layout when you would actually lay a piece of Mylar down that was punched with little tabs in it. And you would take and pick it up and put it down over and over and over again through these little tab holes. The way you put the tabs on was either you punched it, or you would go and purchase a little piece of Mylar that was punched, and you would tape